Okay, level 2 is performing operations and simplifying square roots and cube roots of numbers and variables. So now we're going to take the level 2s from like we did in 2.2 and just add in some variables. So again, my suggestion to you is to multiply all together first, multiply or divide together first, and then to simplify it. So remember, when you multiply, you can multiply any root together. It does not have to be the same number or the same variables underneath it. So if I take a look at A, I notice that the insides are very different, but that's okay. I can put them together and say 6 times 3, and I'm going to write this out for note's sake. P to the third times P, Q to the second, and Q to the seventh. I suggest you write everything down exactly how I do so that you have a good example to go back on. So 6 times 3 is 18. P to the third times P is going to be P to the fourth, remember, because that has an exponent of 1. Q to the second and Q to the seventh is Q to the ninth. Okay, and now let's turn into a level 1 question. I'm going to break down 18. And since it's a square root, I'm going to look for groups of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so looking for groups of 3, I have one group of 3, 2 groups of P, and 4 groups of Q. And now for the leftovers, there is a 2 left over from the 18. There are no letter P's left over, but there is a Q left over. So final answer, when you simplify the outside, it'll be 3 P to the second, Q to the fourth, square root 2Q. Alright, let's take a look at another example with division. Okay, so like I said before, you always want to check to see if you can simplify within the square root first, and if you can't, then we square at the top and we square at the bottom. So first I look at, can I simplify 75 over 3? Yes, you can. That's going to be 25 over 1. And then remember, when you have c to the second and c to the sixth, you subtract those exponents, so it'll be c to the fourth on the bottom because the c is the larger one. And on the top, you'll have d to the second because d to the seventh minus d to the fifth, and it goes on the top because the 7 is larger than the 5. Now remember, you still have a big square root. So now that I can't simplify anything any further, I'm going to go ahead and simplify with the top and with the bottom. Okay, so let's work with the top first. I'll do that in red. So 25, I know, is 5 and 5, and d squared is d and d. So since it's a square root, I'm looking for groups of 2. So a 5 will come out, and so will a d. And nothing is left over. I've circled everything, I've broken down everything. So there is no square root anymore. It's just 5d. Now on the bottom, 1 times 1 is just, well, 1. So I can break that down. So I have a group of 1s. C to the fourth, I have 4 c's. So again, I'm looking for pairs. So I have a 1 that comes out. And I have 2 groups of c. So I have 5d over 1c squared. Or you could write this just as 5d over c squared. Okay, always try and simplify first, and then go ahead and apply your square roots.